This segment is brought to you by Terrebonne General Health System. Your partner is good health.
Welcome to Bayou Time. I'm Jacob DeGate, glad to be your host for this evening edition of Bayou Time, and I'm glad to have joining us now via Zoom Assumption Parish Commander Lonnie Cavalier with the Assumption Parish Sheriff's Office. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks, Jacob, for having us.
All right. It's my understanding you got a few arrests to update us on. Can you let us know what they are?
The first one is a Victor Hugo Ramirez, 18 of 232 Vivian Street, Bayou, Louisiana, on felony warrants after deputies responded to a domestic disturbance at the 232 Vivian Street address. Deputies responded to that disturbance call and upon investigation determined that one of the parties present was wanted in Assumption Parish on felony charges related to a domestic incident which occurred at the same address on August 28th of 2025. Deputies responded to the August 28th incident and made contact with the domestic partner, Victor Hugo Ramirez, who indicated that Ramirez had entered a room where she was and began to make accusations against her. The victim stated Ramirez ripped her phone from her, then threw it, causing damages to the phone. Victor Hugo Ramirez then allegedly threw items at the victim. At the time of the incident, there were two minor children present. At the conclusion of the investigation, deputies secured arrest warrants charging Victor Hugo Ramirez. Deputies arrested Ramirez on Sunday evening and booked him into the Assumption Parish Detention Center on charges of domestic abuse, battery with child endangerment, and simple criminal damage to property valued at $1,000. Victor Hugo Ramirez posted a $5,000 commercial bond and has been released. The second arrest is a Clarence Coleman Jr., 45 of 1280 West Highway 30, Unit 3, Gonzales, Louisiana, on a warrant charging him with a probation violation. Clarence Coleman Jr. was convicted of the crime of possession of Suboxone on March 10, 2025, and was ordered to serve 2 years of supervised probation and ordered to comply with special conditions during the term of his probation. Clarence Coleman Jr. violated the condition of his probation, resulting in a warrant being issued for his arrest on August 29th of 2025. Clarence Coleman Jr. was arrested in Napoleonville on Monday and booked into the Assumption Parish Detention Center on a charge of a probation violation. Clarence Coleman Jr. remains incarcerated without bond. A George Boutwell III, 19 of 267 Vivian Street, Bayou, was arrested on charges of distribution of marijuana arising from an ongoing narcotics investigation. Assumption Parish Sheriff's Office narcotics investigators developed information indicating that George Boutwell III was engaged in the sale of marijuana. On September 2nd, 2025, an Assumption Parish grand jury returned indictments against numerous individuals, including George Boutwell III. The grand jury charged Boutwell with distribution of marijuana. George Boutwell III was arrested on September 6, 2025, and booked into the Assumption Parish Detention Center on a charge of distribution of marijuana. George Boutwell III remains incarcerated with his bond set at $50,000. The next one is a Therese Joseph Garrett, 19 of 934 Bayou Drive West, Pierreport, Louisiana, was arrested on felony drug law violations arising from a traffic stop on Highway 70 near Derrick Street. A uniformed patrol deputy observed a westbound vehicle with an equipment violation and executed a stop of that vehicle. The deputy made contact with the driver, now identified as Therese Joseph Garrett, and initiated an officer violator interview. The deputy interviewed one passenger, and at the conclusion of those interviews, the deputy requested and was granted consent to search the vehicle. During the search of that vehicle, deputies seized a quantity of a Schedule 4 substance identified as tramadol hydrochloride, as well as synthetic marijuana. Therese Joseph Garrett was arrested and booked into the Assumption Parish Detention Center on charges of prohibited acts, possession of a Schedule 4 controlled dangerous substance, to wit, tramadol hydrochloride, and possession of synthetic marijuana, driving without a driver's license, and tail lamps required. Therese Joseph Garrett remains incarcerated pending a bond hearing.
All right. Well, thank you for giving us those updates. At least not really too many violent crimes, only one with not significant injuries, which is always a good news, I guess you could say, but still, always have those drug problems that need that result in arrest that we continue to see.
We'll have a few more coming.
All righty, and I also saw one. Still seeing synthetic marijuana. That used to be the hot topic, 10 years ago, but you're still seeing it around every now and then,
Yeah, and it comes in a vial identified as crisp. It is a liquid vial, and it is synthetic marijuana, and it is illegal. And I think some people are getting possession of it, thinking it is legal, but unfortunately, with certain ingredients, it is not legal.
All righty. Well, yeah, it's always, best to err on the side of caution with those things. But thank you for coming on. Thank you for coming on. Appreciate it. All right. You have a good one.
Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all.
All righty. And stay tuned for more right here on HTV.
This segment was brought to you by Terrebonne General Health System. Your partner is good health.